after Mark Foo died, I tried to get, and did get, I started Mavericks Water Patrol and tried to get all the guys to go to classes to learn how to use jet skis, how to come in, pick people up, how to package them, how to get them on the rescue sled, and how to get them safely to the beach. At the Big Wave Risk Assessment Group at Turtle Bay, we did a scenario of Mavericks with 8 guys, and 3 of the guys, one guy was unconscious, one guy had a dislocated shoulder, and 2 of the other guys had lost their board or something. But they said no jet skis. That's the worst case scenario you could ever have at Mavericks, because you're a half-mile offshore. You have no ability to signal anyone. If it's in the afternoon, you're waving to the cliff, which is looking into glare. They cannot see you. If there's no boats in the water, you're literally having to swim with these people, paddle with the people who have boards, a half-mile in, quarter-mile from the rocks in, and try and, if somebody's unconscious and you're trying to resuscitate them, it's a very ugly picture. What do you do if you break your eardrum, blow your eardrum? Try to, if you still have your board with you, try to follow your leash to your board and try and crawl up onto it, because no matter, and a lot of times you need to do that with your eyes closed, which is really a weird sensation, but it takes the visual out of, because what you'll realize is you can't control your up and down. And if you just, as long as you've got enough air, find your leash, pull yourself onto the leash, and just try and go through the real close movement to get yourself onto your board. I mean, I'm talking about climbing a leash, because that's the only thing floating, and if you're climbing your leash, you're probably pulling the tail of the board under, and then when you catch up to your tail, your head should be up, because your board is the most buoyant thing around. And if you're able to hand over hand climb it, then you should be able to get your head out of water. We all, once we're making that drop and making that wave, we're actually, there's parts of the wave at Mavericks that are less intense than others, and it gives you a chance to look around. If you see somebody stuck way inside, or their board's tombstoning and they're not up, a good chance that you need to be very proactive and ride them till you see, if they never come up, you need to maybe monitor that person all the way through. Make sure they get through all right. Get to them. They might need your help, they might not. But what you want to do is, if you see somebody going on a 2-wave hold down, and you want to see them come up. You need to see them come up. Well, if they don't come up, well, they're going to, then it's a really bad scenario. You need to go after them. What's the other option? If you don't go after them, they drown. So you have a responsibility. If you see something like that, you have to make everyone aware of it, that you can. Scream, yell, do whatever you can, wave your arms to the other guys in the water, and get help and go in. You can never have enough training, and ocean safety has been one of my pet peeves my whole life of surfing. just this year, we've got our first lifeguard towers in San Mateo County. We've never had them before. And the awareness of ocean safety is finally hitting home, but it's fallen on deaf ears, and the surfers that surf have been the only lifeguards. They're the only ones that would actually get in the water and go help someone.